All right. Well, good morning, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today, we're going to be talking about the rise of alternative social media platforms like Blue Sky and Thread and all the other ones that have joined the market in the past few years. Um, my name is Miriam Golubgir, and I am the Chief Amazement Officer of Digital Marketing Experts. I have been at this for about 18 years, and I started Digital Marketing Experts about 13 years ago, actually 12 years ago. Um, our goal is to help small to medium-sized businesses with any sort of an inquiry that they might have as far as digital marketing and online advertising is concerned. So what we're going to talk about today, it's been in the making for a really long time. So in the past, we've had the market's been dominated by Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and then there's a bunch of other ones as well, LinkedIn, Pinterest. But there's a shift in user preferences and privacy concern and content moderation and advertising. So you will see a rise in a brand new set of social media platforms that are out there. So in this presentation, we're going to talk about, what are these alternative social media platforms and learn the tools that we can use to maximize our engagement and kind of explore real life case studies to kind of understand how different brands are adapting to these new platforms. Why the alternative social media platforms and why are they gaining so much popularity? Well, because users in general, they actually prefer to be able to be in more control of the content that they're reading. They want fewer ads. They want a very improved privacy, and they, for the most part, are not very happy with the algorithm structure that is happening with all Facebook, Instagram, and known as X, Twitter known as X. And that's why they're gravitating to the new platforms much easier. So there's one called Blue Sky, and it's very decentralized Twitter/X alternative. It was created by Jack Dorsey, one of the founders of Twitter, and it's called Blue Sky, and it focuses on decentralizing networking to offer more of like a freedom and customization. A couple of the features that it has is that it's open source framework, and it has user generated moderation. And it has less content control by a single entity. So it's more of like an open forum for businesses that are more on that are open to conversations that are less moderate. It doesn't have a monetization platform, meaning ads, but there are future plans for premium services where you pay for it. They do have some ads, but not a lot. And it's best for people that are in a tech world and those that are trying to build communities and they're looking for something that's less restrictive. The next one is called Threads, and this was Meta's little attempt at a micro blogging space that is a little bit different than Facebook. So what they've done is they created a cross-flat platform integration and short-form text-based post, and it's very easy to connect that to Instagram and Facebook if both your target audiences are on both platforms. There are some potential integration with Instagram ads and creating a monetization tool, and it's really good for brands and influencers and communities that are leveraging the Meta's ecosystem and the number of users that they want to attract through Facebook. Now, it's a very specific demographic. And again, no matter what platform you're using, you have to come up with a really robust marketing plan for your content and content calendar so that when you're connecting with your target audience, you're connecting with this exact individual that is going to be on Threads. Thread's actually doing really well with the younger audience that used to be on Facebook, and now they're kind of migrated into Instagram. So it's a very good hybrid space. It's really good with any sort of a businesses that deal with content that is relevant and is authentic. And it's a really good tool to use for political discussions as well. There are a couple other tools that platforms that are pretty big right now. Mastodon is a really good one. It's open source and also decentralized, and it's user moderated. So it's gaining a lot of popularity. Post.news is another one designated for civil discussions and journalism focused engagement. Um, if you're looking for some sort of a PR, the Post is actually not a bad idea. And then you have Hive Social, and this one focuses on the simplicity and the chronological feed experience. And again, if you have content that you want to build for SEO purposes, you want to, feed it into a social media platform, this one would be a really good one to use. Here are some strategies to succeed on all of these alternative platforms. So number one, understand the platform's specific algorithm. This information is available, like you can use Blue Sky's algorithm. It kind of chooses choice allows users to customize their feed based on their interests. Thread, kind of similar to Instagram, engages and focuses on algorithm that is based on preferences for discussion. The second thing is I want you to optimize your content strategy. So keep your posts consistent but engaging. Use hashtags, any sort of a trending topic to increase visibility. Engage with niche communities and influencers. For community building and engagement, join conversations rather than just posting content, and participate in trending discussions and Q&A formats. Also build user-generated content campaigns to encourage that engagement. Cross promotion with traditional social media. I think a couple of things that I would recommend for this is use Instagram and Facebook to drive audience to your thread, and you can do that. And then link your Blue Sky post to blogs or other content sources that you're creating, and kind of create that, encourage that cross engagement with newsletters and email marketing. Couple of things I want to suggest is that if you are using content, make sure that the initial landing for your content, the landing page for your content is on your website, so that when you do that cross promotion between the different platforms, the end result is that you're bringing them back to your website. And as far as monetization and revenue opportunity is concerned, brand partnerships and sponsor content opportunities are really good. And then you can also do paid memberships and exclusive content strategy. Crowdfunding and donation models are really good for, and they're very user friendly on Blue Sky and Mastodon. And when we talk about leveraging AI for content creation and management, ChatGPT and Jasper are really good for content creation. I have said this in my previous presentations, that you have to teach these tools what your business is about and who you are and what's your brand, what does your brand stand for. And that being said, when you're creating those content, make sure that that step is done before you create that content for any of these social media platforms. You can use Buffer or Hootsuite to schedule and kind of look at the analytics of what's happening. Canva and Adobe Express are also really good for visual appealing posts and coming up with like really cute images for your post. Let's talk about a couple of case studies here. Let's talk about tech startup growth on Blue Sky. Now, Blue Sky is growing for tech startups and a lot of other type of startups as well. We're going to talk about a company, a blockchain-focused startup seeking a privacy-focused audience. And their strategy was to leverage Blue Sky's open source community to share insight, host AMAs, ask me anything kind of events, and engage developers. And the outcome was that they increased brand awareness, organic growth through referrals, and partnership and collaboration. A fashion brand that used it, that fashion brand that succeeded and used Threads. So a sustainable fashion brand was seeking expansion in its audience, and they use Instagram integration to repurpose content on Thread and engage influencers to promote their eco-friendly fashion. Well, it worked. They got 200% increase in their engagement, and they got a direct-to-consumer sales boost through their brand story. The next one is news platform expansion into alternative networks. So a digital media startup focused on independent journalism. They used Mastodon and Blue Sky to create niche-focused content and engage in a really meaningful conversation to drive credibility. Their outcome expanded readership, increased their newsletter subscription, and redirect monetization through Patreon supporters. And that's about it. Did you have any questions? Well, I'm glad this was a really good presentation and you didn't have any questions. I'm going to post this on our website, www.digitalmarketingexperts.ca/webinars. Feel free to download it, and this presentation will also be added in there as well. Have yourself a wonderful day. Take care.